What does a one-eyed god, a thunder-wielding hero, and a world-destroying wolf have in common? Let's dive headfirst into the world of Norse mythology to find out. We'll explore powerful gods like Odin and Thor, mysterious creatures like the Valkyries and Jörmungandr, and the legendary realms including Valhalla and Midgard. Welcome to Mythic Lounge. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more epic content. Now let's explore the Viking legends together. Whether you're into Marvel's version or you're just curious about the Viking gods, stick around because Norse mythology is epic. So grab your horned helmets, although, quick fact, Vikings didn't actually wear those. And let's jump into the tales of gods, giants, and one heck of a cosmic wolf. To understand Norse mythology, you've got to start at the beginning. And no, it's not the Big Bang. It's much more. In the Norse creation myth, before anything else, there were two realms, Muspelheim, a fiery world of chaos, and Niflheim, a cold, misty land of ice. In the vast emptiness between them, the Ginnungagap, fire met ice, and boom, a giant named Ymir was born. From Ymir's sweat came the race of giants, and from the melting ice emerged Audumla, a cow. Yes, you heard that right. A cow. Audumla licked the ice, and out popped Buri, the first god and grandfather of the Allfather Odin. Forget normal family trees. In Norse mythology, you get giants from sweat and gods from ice cows. Eventually, Odin and his brothers Vili and Ve took down Ymir in an epic battle and used his body to create the world. His blood became the seas, his bones became the mountains, and his skull, that became the sky. So the next time you look up at the sky, remember you're actually staring at a giant skull. Kinda cool, right? All right, now let's meet the most famous residents of Norse mythology, the gods. First up, we have the big guy himself, Odin. Odin is the All-Father, the king of the gods, and a bit of a complex character. He's always searching for knowledge, even trading one of his eyes for wisdom at the Well of Mimir. But don't let that fool you. He's still one of the most powerful warriors in the Nine Realms. He also rides an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, because 4 legs apparently weren't enough. Next up, we've got Thor, the god of thunder. And no, he's not just a guy with a hammer played by Chris Hemsworth. Thor is the protector of mankind, famous for his hammer, Mjolnir, which can crush mountains and summon lightning. But what makes him even cooler is that he's not just a fighter. He's a defender of the realms, constantly battling giants to keep chaos at bay. Then we have Loki, the trickster god. And trust me, Loki's the kind of guy who'd prank you and steal your lunch money, but in the next breath offer you the best prank tips. He's constantly flipping sides between the gods and the giants, stirring up trouble. Oh, and did I mention he's the father of a world-ending wolf and a massive serpent? We'll get to that later. Let's talk about the 9 realms. These are the different worlds in Norse mythology, all connected by Yggdrasil, the world tree. Think of it like a cosmic subway system. There's Asgard, the home of the Aesir gods like Odin and Thor, Midgard, which is Earth, where humans live, and Jotunheim, the land of the giants. Each realm has its own vibe. Asgard is all golden halls and feasts, while Helheim, where the dead reside, is, well, not so fun. But what's wild is how interconnected these realms are. The gods can travel between them thanks to a burning rainbow bridge called Bifrost, which, yes, looks just as cool as it sounds. No mythology would be complete without a roster of crazy creatures. Let's start with the Valkyries. The Valkyries are fierce warrior women who choose who lives and dies in battle. After death, they bring the bravest warriors to Valhalla, where they prepare for Ragnarok by fighting all day and feasting all night. Sounds like a pretty sweet afterlife. Then there's Fenrir, the giant wolf who was destined to play a major role in the apocalypse. The gods tried to bind Fenrir because they knew he was trouble, but in the end, he's fated to break free and devour Odin during Ragnarok. And don't forget Jörmungandr, the world serpent. He's so massive that he wraps around the entire world and will eventually battle Thor to the death during, you guessed it, Ragnarok. Seriously, the creatures in Norse mythology are like something out of a metal album cover. Speaking of afterlives, Norse mythology has a few options for you when you die. If you're a warrior who dies heroically in battle, The Valkyries might whisk you off to Valhalla, Odin's great hall. In Valhalla, it's all about training for the end of the world, Ragnarok. It's essentially a never-ending boot camp with all-you-can-eat feasts every night. The warriors there, called the Einherjar, will join Odin's army when the final battle comes. But if you didn't die in battle, you might end up in Helheim, ruled by Loki's daughter, Hel. It's not a place of torture like some afterlives in other mythologies. It's just kinda bleak. Picture an eternal winter with no Wi-Fi. Now let's get to the most dramatic part of Norse mythology, Ragnarok, the end of everything. Ragnarok is the final battle where almost everyone dies. The gods, giants, and monsters all meet on the battlefield, and the universe as we know it is destroyed in fire and chaos. Thor fights Jormungandr, the world serpent. Odin is devoured by Fenrir, and Loki, who started much of this mess, also meets his end. But here's the twist. After all that destruction, there's a rebirth. A new world emerges, and life starts again. It's a cycle, and the gods know it's coming, but they fight anyway. That's what makes it so epic. So there you have it, the wild and wondrous world of Norse mythology. From the creation of the world out of a giant's body to the epic final battle of Ragnarok, these stories have inspired everything from movies to video games to heavy metal music. Whether you're here because you love Marvel's Thor or you're just fascinated by mythology, I hope you learned something cool today. And hey, if you did, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let me know in the comments what's your favorite Norse myth.